More to Life is a national leading victim services, social justice, and anti modern day slavery mentoring and rescue center. We provide enriching and professional recovery services to individuals suffering from all forms of human trafficking and sexual violence. The organization was founded in 2006 by Dr. Brooke Bello, a champion survivor committed to ending illegal, familial, and commercial sexual exploitation against children and women around the globe.
As an innovative, visionary NGO, our hope and design is to educate, empower, and employ girls and women that have been violated sexually, whether through human trafficking, familial sex slavery, incest, molestation, and rape. Through education, not only higher education, whether it's a job tech or university or junior college, but also the education of who you are as a young woman and the preciousness and the power of who you are. And you forget it if you grow up in the lasciviousness of rape. Familial sex slavery is something that forced fraud or coercion happens right in the home. And you train up a child in that, and they don't even know that they're a victim. So they hit 11 and 12, they're in a court because they did something wrong, but their stepfather or their brother or a friend of their grandfather, like in my case, was raping them and violating them over time. This is a form of human trafficking, and victims don't know that they don't know that they're victims, and many adults don't know it either.
Our core objectives revolve around victim services and demand prevention. Victim Services includes the More to Life Mentoring and Identity Discovery Center. The center provides various daily life necessities, recovery activities, therapeutic resources, and counseling sessions with trained psychologists for survivors, at-risk mentees, and urgent care victims.
Hi, my name is Sharitha Johnson. I was a star athlete at Sarasota High School. I played volleyball, basketball, and softball. I went to college for volleyball. My future was changed due to molestation from a family member, and due to that, I began using drugs to cope and try and help myself heal from the pain. I had no idea what human trafficking was. I didn't understand. All I knew was I was being violated. So I definitely thought it was my fault. I thought I did something wrong as a kid or for being so tall or so popular. The difference from More to Life program helping me from the other organizations is More to Life gets to the core issue, and they work with the family, and they're honest and they're close and personal. Other organizations, I wasn't able to be myself. I wasn't able to be as honest and open as I am with More to Life. They helped me to realize that my daughter is a victim as well as I was. They are teaching me coping skills to work with my daughter to help her heal, as well as for myself to begin healing. It actually was a relief to meet More to Life. I started beginning to feel like nobody could help me. It was a lost cause. I didn't know what to do. I gave up on myself. I got in a bad relationship and lost my teeth, and More to Life helped me with my dentures, and they began helping me to heal. They began working with my daughter and working with us together as a family. They helped my 10-year-old, they worked with my son, and everything just started coming together. They helped us to move, to get our home together, and it's just a radiant place, just like More to Life is radiant. I think I want for my family and I to grow together, to work together as a family, to be powerful, to support each other, and to know that we can help others as we overcome our pain. If I could describe More to Life in 3 words, I would definitely say powerful, supportive, and hopeful.
When you're coming out of a sexual violent situation, most people say that time heals all wounds. But that's not true. Time doesn't heal anything. It's asserted effort that does. And so when I always say, and I said it earlier, victims don't know that they don't know that they're victims, psychologically, if I grow up in London, I'm going to have a British accent, and I'm not going to really know how I discovered that British accent. I'm just going to have it because I'm a product of my environment. So if you grow up in a traumatizing, sexually violent home, then you're going to think, as I did, well, I guess this is how their houses are. This must be how women are treated. The restoration process and the transformation process take a very long time. And it gets better with each year, each decade. But if individuals like myself and my team and other great organizations around the country didn't have the wherewithal, the tenacity to do this, I'm sure there'd be people like, well, all the girls in the brothel that I was in are dead and gone. And it's a wonder that I made it out. But my healing, I think, took too long. And I think it could be much more rapid if these young individuals have the help they need right now.
In addition, More to Life does weekly group mentoring for girls ages 11 to 20 years of age through the More to Life Mentoring Leadership Academy.
This is Dr. Brooke Bello with More to Life. Live above the noise! What are you enthused about? Euthiasm. This is one of our amazing mentees down here in Sarasota, Florida at Dolphin Aviation with the Young Eagles Flighting Program. Pancake breakfast, sausage for those who eat meat, not myself, can't indulge. But we have this amazing Demi. Demi's a basketball player in high school. She's on her way to college in a couple years. Demi, why do you like being a part of More to Life?
I like being a part of More to Life because it's great adults loving young children, and you guys have really helped me throughout the whole program. I've been here for more than like 6 months, and I've been loving it. I'm going to come back for every mentee group, or even when I'm off to college, I'm still going to come back. And even when I'm an adult, if the program is still going on, I'm going to come back and I'm going to mentee young children because I want to share the love that you gave me.
That is what I'm talking about. Demi is an amazing student. Oh my God, she's a leader. She's taller than her mentee. She has flats on. I got like an inch on my tennis shoes. But anyways, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. We have a lot of youth here. Doesn't matter, Black, Latina, Caucasian. We come together as a community and we help these kids transforming out of all kinds of violence. And some of our mentees are just in at-risk areas and we assist them with all sorts of things. And so check us out, MORETOOLIFE.org.
More to Life.
Believe.
Family Wrap-Through Services focuses on the family unit in which counseling is provided in order to identify the root causes of dysfunctional families who have been affected by sexual violence outside of or directly within the home. Our goal is to mend and restore broken families while strengthening our community. Street Outreach includes partnerships with law enforcement, advocates, and volunteers to rescue victims who are knowingly or unknowingly in life-threatening bondage. Under Demand Prevention, we provide restorative justice offender programs, which involves our Pathways to Freedom Diversion Initiative, Male Mentoring, and Johns Institute for Recovering Pedophiles and Sex Offenders. Demand Prevention also incorporates training and community education through community workshops and educational events.
When we talk about prosecuting someone, we talk about the idea that, yeah, I can prosecute a criminal and it could be a federal case, and that's great. But then if the child or the teen or the woman isn't healed, there's just another pimp or trafficker waiting on the sidelines to manipulate her or him. And so if we don't understand what re-victimizing is, then they'll never be whole and someone else will just have their way in the future. Demand in this so-called business drives supply. If we can end the demand of sexually prosecuted girls and boys and women by cutting the supply through prevention, and by ending the demand through the education of young men and at-risk male youth and men and fathers, then we can end the problem. And that's why we're here as well, providing, which is to me the ultimate of victim services. Victim services directly, and then educating the community to deal for victims when they're transforming their lives.
Based out of Sarasota, Florida, More to Life prides itself on integrity, accountability, and optimum victim services.
We at More to Life have helped hundreds of young girls, teens, kids, and women. We've also helped a lot of men. And here in the state of Florida, all the funding that I've gotten mostly has been outside of the state of Florida. I've never even done a fundraiser here. And so many people know me from around the nation. And I think it's really important right now for me to just run around in the awesome way that me and my team want to do and just get to know everyone locally here in our state. I recently had the opportunity to help rewrite a bill which is going to affect our whole state. And without going into it, the rewriting that I did with our lobbyist, it passed the Senate and it's going for the Congress in the next 2 weeks. And that's something that me, as not having been born here, has done. I mean, kids go to school online here. We need laptops. We need funding for tutors. My gosh, we need bus passes. We need gift certificates to Walmart and toiletries and new clothes for educational opportunities, job interviews, and school. We need so much to provide wherewithal and pathways to individuals that are transforming their lives. We need mentors to come in and share and read and provide educational opportunities. We also need a new van, our first van, because we kind of drive some of our mentees around, and it's important for us to provide that in addition to someone to transport. There's an opportunity to get involved in More to Life. We have some of the college kids from New College and Ringling that intern and that help, and they're just awesome, and we love that. But I think galvanizing, while we're polarizing the issue, galvanizing just a wealth of information right here in Sarasota County and Manatee County is important. So we welcome your dollars. We pride ourselves down to a paperclip. We keep our books open, so anyone is free to call our accountant and ask questions. We're transparent. We are accountable. You can Google us. And so when you put $1 or $1 million into More to Life, you're definitely sowing seed into excellent ground. Victim to survivor, survivor to thriver, thriver to champion. Most victims that walk through our door need very specific things. And one of my girlfriends survived breast cancer. She knew, because of the battle that she had, she knew she was a victim of cancer and that she survived it. Most victims don't know because they still think it's their fault. The first thing that victims need to know is that you were a victim and it's not your fault. The second thing they need to understand is how to get from victim to survivor and what that means. Then they need to know how to get from survivor to thriver when they're beginning to be educated, when they're beginning to walk in destiny and to discover dreams again, to love themselves as women and sometimes young men. And then from thriver to champion, when they discover that what I went through, not only was it my fault, but I'm going to use this as a platform to push me forward, because I did survive, and now I'm thriving, and now I'm a champion because I'm going to be other-centered. I'm going to assist others, and I'm going to go on in my future and do everything that I know I'm called to do, and I'm going to be fully healed from all that trauma and give back like never before. I'm going to run into my destiny, and ultimately they need to know that they're loved and that they are not alone at all, and that they can make it, they will make it. And this is what we say at More to Life: I can, I will, I must, and good, better, best. Never let it rest until our good is better and our better is best.
More to Life, dedicated to eradicating modern-day slavery. For more information, videos, or to learn how to contribute, please visit moretolife.org and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.